from the Classy Climb blog. We got our party here on right now. I just had to do this video, and yes, I was going to talk about a different topic today, but I decided to move that till tomorrow because I think this one is vital and important for today. Why most people won't start a business, and I'm not offended by it, but I have to address it. If you don't know who this is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog, how to invest in people, businesses, and real estate from the palm of your hand. I manage $1.9 million in assets. I work with over 113 different investors all over the United States, and I just try my hardest to bring you raw data, raw feelings, and my American journey, right? So today is July 5th, the day after July 4th. Happy Independence Day, however you want to look at that. And I was listening to someone and, I was in Facebook groups, not my own, but several different others, where people were saying, oh man, there's not enough representation. There should be more women over here doing this. And I need to find a group of people that look like me. And part of my response to that person was, yeah, there's plenty of wholesaler investor groups of women. They're all over Facebook. They're everywhere. Oh, where could you point me out to those groups? And I said, well, sis, you could just type in the search bar on Facebook groups, women wholesalers, and find 20 of them, And I know people in the comments probably thought I was rude to her, but this is just it. For me, I'm trying to not be so raw emotion as I start this, but for me, knowing my family history, knowing how my grandma was treated, knowing how the cops treated her with her business, and North Carolina history in Wilmington and Durham and Oklahoma and all these places where I know how people of color were treated who own businesses from the 1940s on, and let's be honest, 1890 and on. When people sit here and go, I need you to make it easier for me, I'm disgusted. And I'll be 100%. I'm like, do you understand the country you're in? Now, let's not get it twisted. This is America. It's an amazing country. It's an amazing experiment. It's none like it on any else on the earth for various reasons. And when you come with that American attitude of can you just type it into the chat for me? Can you just point out the Google article, Erica? Can you just show me? I don't really have time. I mean, I'm doing nothing but sitting at my home because of COVID and typing on the computer, but could you just show me everything step by step? I'm grossed out by that person. I'm grossed out. I'm disgusted. Just like I'm disgusted when the other day I was talking to this guy and he was talking about North Carolina. He's from Charlotte, North Carolina. And I was naming off different stuff in North Carolina. He's like, I've never heard of that. And I'm even disgusted at that, right? Because the fact that so many people go, America, yeah, America. And they don't even know history past their parents. You talk to some of these people, they don't even know where their grandparents were at. I can tell you word for word where my grandparents were at on their farm, on their business, getting put out. I just have intel memory, you know what I mean? And so when people talk to me about, I just want to live in an apartment, I don't want to buy no house, I don't want to buy this stuff. And I'm like, girl, people were burned out of their homes in Cumberland County and Wilmington, the bodies in the sea because they desired to own their own businesses and have their own houses. And you have the nerve to come to me and say, well, I just want to make it easy, I just want to make it, I just want to live in an apartment. I just want some big baller to come marry me and it's going to be easy. And it's gross. It's gross to me. It's disgusting to me, right? I have no respect for those people for various reasons. Now, so that I'm not so angry as I do this show, can everybody drop in what city and state they're in? Because it gives me so much insight how we are so connected via the internet to each other by this powerful tool, okay? And the thing I think is so sad is, the truth of the matter is, you can go read a book called The Illusions of Entrepreneurship. You can go read The E-Myth Revisited. If you look back at many of, historically, 70% of people had little small businesses, right? Or they had an exchange, right? Where Let's go take it all the way back 1920s. You had small little corner stores and small little farmers markets and little stuff, little entrepreneurial things built up, right? It's just a natural inclination of people to build things. Today, I was even informed today about a thing called Bruce Beach in California, where wealthy Black people bought beachfront water at what is now called Manhattan Beach in California. And guess what? Clan came through there, burned them out too, right? And so when people sit here and kind of have this attitude of like, make it easy for me, that's too expensive, I just go, do you not understand this country is nothing but, do you own stuff and can you protect it? Straight up and down. A lot of people are advising me to do all these ads and commercials on boats and on the water and on private planes. And I go, honey, this country is more than that. This country and all the blood that has bled all over this country, the biggest and best thing you can do is own a piece of it and be able to defend it like 100%, like enjoy this country 100%. I have a friend right now, she's driving all over the West Coast, seeing what do you call those, national parks, and I love it. And she owns her blogging business and she does blogs for me. And when I say on here, you can have businesses that make 10K a month and it ain't that hard, people get really angry with me because their expectation is business is hard. Owning a business is hard. It should be like blood, sweat, and tears, and you should cry at night, and you should be like just crying every day because you're working with people and you're a business owner and not just an employee. And the fact that I've had to calm myself and realize most people, 90% of people would rather just, if they're making 30,000 right now in America, they just want to make 75,000. Or they just want to make 100 grand and sit back home and do the same exact thing they're doing without much change. And when I really kind of wrapped my head around that, I was like, okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know. Now I know it. I don't have to be in denial about it. But I also want you to understand that lack of ownership and lack of a way to economically hurt somebody is why we are where we are in America, right? People can assume they can do something to you because they don't think you have no money. Number one thing I told people in America is insurance is so powerful that I said if just 100 of the people we've been seeing get shot or whatever by the police had $1 million insurance and literally the insurance companies had to pay it out, oh my God, the police force would be changed tomorrow. And I mean that because money moves this country. We're in a capitalist country. And people say, well, we should be more like this country or that country. I really want you to understand that we're in a miracle place where literally we can go see photos of people like 1856. There's photos I'm trying to get from this lady in South Carolina right now of Black Confederate soldiers, and I'm trying to buy it from her, and she doesn't even realize the value of it. And it hurts my heart. Like, you have a piece of American history that probably should be in a museum, but because you're selling it on eBay, I'll buy it from you because I want it, right? So with that being said, I want y'all to know that's how I feel. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the compliments. And the reason why is if you just dig a little bit in just in your own state, you'll just uncover so much history that'll make your blood boil, right? But instead of sitting in that, my blood is boiling state, I need you to sit and go into the mental state of how do I own it and turn it around? Now, this weekend, I saw a bunch of people, maybe like 1,000 people marching, maybe 200, 300, marching down the street in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And all I could think of is, take all those people you have in that group and won't y'all buy up Stone Mountain, Georgia? Right? Right? And people are like, Erica, everything isn't economical. We got to show a force. I said, okay. Now, here's why most people own a business. Because it ain't easy to do in 3 months. This is the shorthand answer, right? I go on the internet every day and I sit here and say, the reason why it took me forever to sell the Middleman to Millions course is when I would talk to people on the phone, the first thing out their mouth is like, I need to make 30 grand this first month. How I do that, Erica? And if I tell you, listen, baby, if you want to make 30 grand this first month, you're gonna have to pay for a bunch of leads. And you got to get really, really busy, like really busy. People really don't want to hear that they got to get really busy. Even right now, I have these two offices, and one is out here in Texas, came to visit, it's recording things. And I had a phone call with someone who, of course, is higher than me, and I'll talk about that in my other classes later. And I was like, there's so many opportunities right now. I'm having to discipline myself to say no. You know, many people have come in this office like, hey, man, I can do this. We can do that. We can partner over here. We can buy this other thing. But it took years to get here. And the discipline to say no. Now, when I saw, and you have to understand the marketing levels of businesses. When you see a lot of the wholesalers, and again, let's even break it down to men and women. I'll bust it down even lower. Men may start businesses to make money, to stunt, to buy things, to like conquer and rule, buy up everything, business, money, that kind of thing, right? And their marketing looks like that. Many men's marketing looks just like that. It looks like, I'm here, gonna buy up everything, I'm a conquer, look at these hot women on a boat, woo, 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 I'm out here. Women's mindset and reason, this is just generalization, so take it easy on me, are to have easier family life. Woo, I started this business so I could have more time with my family, have more time with my kids, have more time with my husband, have more time with this or that, right? Have more time with my children, right? So there is this level of enough, and then there's a level of massive chase. So when you have out here people marketing businesses, when you see a lot of wholesaler flyers, it's all men on it. And they're like, yo, let's go get this money. Let's make $30,000, $50,000, $60,000 a month, right? And then when you see women marketing their business and their sponsorships, like, let's have girlfriends, let's have friendships, let's have sisterhood. Girl, you can do it. Get your self-esteem up. Yeah. And I'm generalizing, but it's important for you to understand why that is. That's just the natural cycles of people. Okay. Now, I talked about I had a friend who made all this money here, and he's been in business for 12 years, marrying a woman with 4 children, and they just had a baby. So they got married. It's been a year, and now she just had a baby. And people go, why did he do that? You know, he had a business for 12 years. He got all this money. Yeah. Because the middle ground is, what's all this money if you have no personal life? That's the middle ground of it. And that's why I've been talking about numbers and facts. And people are like, well, these numbers must be manipulated. And I'm like, they're not. These are just straight numbers. People get older. People get to a point in life where, I made all this money. What am I going to do with it? Right? So knowing that about people, what I want a lot of y'all to understand is a lot of the internet frustrations you're hearing from are people who make $12 to about $22 an hour. So somebody in the comments right now, can you put $12 an hour times 160 hours a month? What is that? $12 an hour times 160 is what, y'all? Someone put it in the chat for me. Put it in the chat. Because I see it all over the internet where people are like, man, these low paying $10 to $12 an hour jobs, they suck. The environment sucks. The women are toxic at the environment. And 9 times out of 10, $10 to $12 an hour, you can get that at HEB, working as a cashier, coming out of high school. $10 to $12 an hour, you can get it as a CNA, cleaning up old people's butts at old folks' homes. There is this mindset that, hey, I work 40 hours a week. I should be able to have a living wage. Thank you, Cutie Pie. 12 times 160 hours a month is 180. I'm just going 1,000, 800. I'm gonna go off what you put up here. That's what I'm gonna do. And so when someone says, I work a full-time job, oh, okay, I apologize. Okay, everybody, correction, whatever, before taxes. Okay, we're gonna rock with it. I work a full-time job. I should be able to live a well life that has food, groceries, travel, and apartment, and all this other stuff. And I go, yeah, you should. Off of 1,920 a month. This is where we realize, again, I told you about the 4 categories earlier about the delusional lower class, where all this Rona just did is expose all these people who were just making a little bit of money just making a little bit. They making a little bit of money, and they living their life. They going out on the weekend, Saturday living. They go into the park. They taking their dog. They go to the gym every afternoon, and they have the best life ever, right? They single. They doing what they want to do, and now the Rona has come and said, snatch that, snatch that. And these people are now left with this thought of, the government better give me that 600 a week unemployment because they shut everything down. Well, what if you get to the realization that they're not going to give it to you? So now these people are like, open everything back up, open it up, bump that, open it up. I want it open so I can go back to work. And then you tell them, like, what if this happens again in the fall? There's no long-term thought process here. These people thought they were thriving, let's use the words appropriately, but really they were just surviving. I have seen so many people's YouTube channels where they're like, I'm back home with my parents. There's a girl with a big old apartment in Las Vegas, and she's at home in London with her parents. Why? Because they're alone during Rona. They're like, oh, this seems dangerous. I'm going back where my parents are. And this is people's natural instinct, even though they're adults. So you see people like Boom Bear Bust and all these people talking about why everybody running home to their parents. Because they ain't got no money. They ain't got no money. They ain't got no money. And it's kind of like when you talk to them, you're like, whoa. So when I talk about, most people just want to move up to double their income, right? Because somebody in here said, Lance Brown said it's $24,000 a year. All right. So let's say they just want to double their income to $48,000 a year. All right. Timothy, if you want more information, you should go ahead and go buy the Middleman to Millions course. Everybody in this class can tell him, anybody gives Timothy, let him know how great that course was. We have a live training. That live training alone was worth $2,000. You should go check it out. So someone in the chat, whoever took the class, let him know. Back to what I was saying. So even people who made 30 to 50,000, even people who made 50 to 75,000 a year were really feeling this time. This Rona is hurting them badly. Even the articles I showed you yesterday, where if your husband makes 50 to 75,000, sister, you working. Linda, you working. Julie, Bailey, whoever your name is, you working. But when you hit that 80 to 120,000 a year, something switches. Something changes, something switches. It's like a mental note of they can go home and watch kiddos and live with below their means. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're making 30 to 50K right now and you got car payments and you got apartment payments and you got insurance payments, you can't have 1 week of miss. You can't have 1 week of a hiccup. You can't have Rona take you out of work next week. You can't, the taxes, you claiming all the deductions. It's rough. It's rough. And that's why I keep trying to say, a lot of y'all don't want to start a business. You want to go home and chill on the weekends. You don't want to be overly responsible, and that's okay. Let's be very clear on this channel, Erica Williams channel, how to make more money from the palm of your hand. That's okay. I'm not going to browbeat you into starting a business. I'm really not. The reason I'm not is because I know some of y'all don't have the systems or the responsibility levels. Period. So what did I do in response? I started having Tech Week. I started having a service business channel. I started bringing on different people coming in to tell you, hey, you can go make some more money. You can go make 100 stacks this year with a job. Why did I do that? Because I know a lot of people don't want to start a business. I know they don't want the responsibility. Even when I talk about owning a house, girl, you got to fix stuff on your house. You got to cut your grass. I mean, you even got to clean up. It's like, what are these grown baby people? Like, I'm trying to buy 40 acres and my cousin's 40 acres and my nephew's 40 acres and this kid's 40 acres. I'm trying to get like 1,000 acres. I don't understand the mentality of someone who's like, I just want to sit in this 500 square foot apartment, eat my food, watch TV, and eat this chili and sit in a chair. Honey, the Lord didn't put me on earth for that. This is not, the Lord didn't put me on earth for that. I'm sorry, he just didn't. And if you actually just awaken your mind and read some of the stuff that has gone on in this country in the past 20 years, even the past 80 years, I don't think you'd want to do that. Just being really honest, I don't think you'd want to sit in that or think that's okay. For real. I want all the acres. And so what I'm hoping many of you will learn, what's up, Parker Heights? What many of you will learn while you watch this channel is figuring out whether you want to start a business or you actually just want a job. Now, in the description, I put you can get in tech, you can be somebody's executive assistant, you can do all these and get 100,000 a year. So let's be very clear. You could be in tech and get 100K. You can be an administrative assistant for a very heavy company. You can be an executive assistant. You could be in insurance adjuster. You could be skilled trade plumber, welder, all this stuff. You can get up every day and go to a job and make 6 figures. I know everybody want to fight you on this, but pretty much if you want to make 6 figures, you need to be in management. You need to be residential property management. You need to be in something where it's manager level. You're going to have to manage something, okay? And now everybody out here telling you, no, man, ain't nobody out here making 6 figures, Erica. There are plenty of people making 6 figures. It's just not you. Let's really correct that. It's just not you, okay? Lots of people doing it, just not you. So you need to do a little piece of paper training right now. Write down on a piece of paper, where are those people at? Where are those people at? 1. 2, what community events do I need to join to be in that circle? 3, do I have a LinkedIn? Right? Because right now I can tell a lot of y'all don't have a LinkedIn. And when you start a LinkedIn, you add me, I go look at your page. It's just a picture of you and 1 job. Okay. I'm gonna bring somebody in this channel, I don't know who, to talk to y'all about LinkedIn and fixing that thing. Because every day recruiters get up in the morning, get on the computer very lazily, type in about whatever the job they're looking to hire, and boom, they find you on there, right? You know what I'm saying? They're just trying to go straight to the easy. Yeah, even painters, listen, y'all, our company made $360,000 a year painting and fencing. So, and we gave 60% to the people who did the work, okay? So when I start talking to y'all about owning a business and there's such pushback, I'm not joking. I'm really disgusted because I'm in this country long enough to see how people treat you when you don't own anything and when you don't have any power, when you don't take care of your kids, all that. Listen, we'll do a show. We'll do a show because I'm serious. I mean, if you got a class or something on teaching people how to fix their LinkedIn, let's do it. Let's do it because even when I have Kamoy on talking about tech and she's showing you how to set up your resume and set up a portfolio, she pushing you out the door to get your 6 figures. Pushing you right out the door. And so when you're talking to people and you understand just history, baby, just the barrel of knowledge, right? Right now, where I'm at in Pflugerville, people are like, why do you keep calling Pflugerville Chocolate City? I'm in a brand new plaza. There is a black chiropractor with his black wife over here moving in today. I own 2 of the buildings. Behind me is a plane clinic with plenty of black staff in that. When I talk about it being a Black City Chocolate Pflugerville, I mean it. And I think I'm going to go over across the town. There is a historically Black cemetery, and I'm going to go speak at city council and say, I will take care of it because there's no reason why we can't cut the grass on an acre. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. So there's certain things that if you just halfway breathing and awake, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay. So, my other thing is, what I was trying to tell y'all is there's 5 months left in the year. Basically, I mean, it's 6, but I'm going to say 5 just for the sake of argument. And if there's some kind of transition you want to make, I strongly suggest you do it. I strongly suggest you do it because 2021, right now, I get it. Everybody's like, Erica, I'm stressed out. These kids making all this noise. I can't wait for them to go back to school. And I'm sitting in rooms with young people who are just running ads, getting lead generation. They going and they're making all this money. And you got Brad and Shirley over here, 40 years old, talking about, man, I hope Trump gives us that check. Baby, Woo! It's about to hit you next year. It's gonna hurt next year. Next year gonna hurt. And I think y'all think I'm joking, but next year is gonna be hurting. Okay, for some folks. And so now is the time to make that decision where you're gonna go. So again, think about start where you are. If you're a man or a woman, again, I'll go over it a little bit more. Most time, women are trying to start businesses that help them spend more time with their kids, spend more time with their family. What falls under that branch? To be honest with y'all, they can start a lot of different businesses that could fall under that branch. But also, they could be somebody's executive assistant. They could be somebody that works for somebody from 8 to 2. Okay. Then on the flip side, men usually start businesses to just, we're going to take over the world. Okay. Big picture, big ideals, lots of numbers. That's okay. Know your numbers for your industry, though. That's the key. Knowing the numbers for your industry is absolute key on all this. Timothy, you've asked that 4 or 5 times. Put a super chat in there if you want me to talk about it that bad. Super chat a damn $1 or something. Y'all be wearing me out by not focusing on the conversation, but that's okay. So when I bring on Kamoy and them to talk about tech and talk about systems and processes, a lot of people don't want to do that. Now, a lot of people are talking about the guy who quit for Amazon, and let me just be very clear. Amazon is going to work you. Any of these jobs out here that pay you under $15 an hour, they're going to work you. They're going to work you. And a lot of you think you're going to go sit in the office for under $15 an hour and do very little work. No. I've got people working for me that make $17 an hour, and I'm going to make them work, baby. I'm going to work them, okay, all the way out. Like I remember my friend, he's white from Alabama. He went to go work at Walmart distribution. And he said, you can't even stop, drink your water and stand for a second. He said, they like, what you doing? What you doing, man? Get back to work. He's like, this is like, I could be working in the fields of Alabama at this rate. So if that's a white guy working at Walmart distribution, I know Amazon is beating y'all. But let's have an honest conversation. If you're working at Amazon right now, baby, that's where you at. Can we have an honest moment? That's where you at. That's where you at. Oh, Timothy. Okay, Timothy. Timothy said, here's $1.99. Come on, Tim. We can do better than that. Tim, you want to make 6 figures, but you got $2? We're going to give it to you, though. Timothy asked, could you make 6 figures in digital meeting? Or did you mean digital marketing? Timothy, retype your sentence, baby. Help me out here. Help me help you. Help me help you. Come on, Timothy. Type your sentence. Retype it. We're gonna answer Timothy's question because he's super chat. Come on, Timothy. Retype the question. Listen, Jessica, 17 an hour and you sit in air conditioning here in Texas? Girl, they living the dream. Come on now. Come on, Tim. My mom used to be in corporate procurement for Amazon. The stories I could tell, honey, I believe it. Come on, Tim. Did he retype it? Let me see. I'm looking for it. Come on, Tim. Digital marketing. Tim wants to know, can you make 6 figures in digital marketing? Well, Tim, yes, you can. Who do you want to digital market for, Tim? Help me out, Tim. Who are you looking to focus on? Because if you can go get leads tomorrow for a company, they'll pay you nice. They will pay you. What do you want to do for them? Come on, Tim, help me out. Who do you want to work for and what you looking to do? Because I'm going to tell you like this, Tim. I know they got you telling you that digital marketing, that you're going to be just at your apartment, chilling at your house, typing on the computer. And listen, when you're digital marketing, you're going to be spending, if you're getting lead generation for businesses, please look this up. Lead generation for businesses. You're going to be spending money on Google AdSense, getting leads for people. Then you got to funnel these leads to a business owner who will pay you. Now let's even flip side it. Small businesses. Right now I have a team of guys working for me. You know how much I pay them a month? $1,750. That's it. That's one business, 1 month. That's 2 guys splitting that. So how many businesses would you need to get 6 figures? Let's be really honest here, Tim. I want y'all to, I know y'all love watching the YouTube and they tell you all these hype up lies. But let's be really honest, times this. For them to get 10,000 a month, let's just even say that. Let's say they work with 10 businesses for them and they make 17 grand a month, right? Guess what? Out of that 17 grand a month, Timothy, they got to spend some of that money for ad generation. Lead generation, just how why. You're going to have to get in leads to show the business that you can do it and then also work within their budget. Chris Crone, look, even Chelsea's helping you. Chris Crone is selling a $25,000 course for digital marketing for generating leads for contractors. Again, this is why I keep telling y'all, a lot of y'all don't want a business. Y'all want to have a job that pays you more. Let's just look at it. I want you to look at it, Tim. Chris Crone is selling a $25,000 course. You know why? People would love to come work for somebody like me and make $50K a year. Just running ads, running the marketing arm of my business. You know how many staff I have right now, Timothy? I have over 12 people on staff and we're getting 5 more. And I'm an under 2.5 mil person for right now. We'll talk about later. So what do you need to be doing? Thank you. MGM just helped you. What do you need to be doing? What do you need to be doing right now? You need to be going on YouTube because you ain't got 25,000 to pay Chris Crone. I already know you don't. That ain't gonna hurt your feelings. But if you say, you know what I need to do, Erica? I want to get leads for dentist offices. You need to go out there and Google AdWords. You know what I'm saying? You need to go out there and run some ads for dentist offices. Get that lead generation page going, that lead page. Then you need to call up every dentist office. You need to go in the phone book right now and call up every dentist office and say you've got all these people that are looking for dental services and you're willing to sell them those leads that just came in the day before for what? $2,000, $3,000? Depends on the dental services. Okay? So Timothy, did that answer your question? MGM helps support your question, but I just want y'all to understand everything I talk about on this page, no matter what it is, you're going to have systems. You're going to have to generate leads. Even I have to generate leads every day. This is why I prefer YouTube over Instagram. Instagram can kiss my butt. Instagram to me is poo-poo. Why? Because it's a constant, you have to battle, throw up pictures every day, comment, do all this stuff I was tagging. I know people who have their whole year planned out on Instagram and they just changing tags. Difference is here on YouTube, I have videos from 5 years ago. People absolutely fine and do what? Buy stuff, purchase stuff, talk with me, interact, get into the funnel. It's a different concept, right? So each business you're interested in doing, you have to research and understand if you can want to do it. Okay? Make sense? Thank you, Justin March, for the $2 per sticker. Okay? I love how you focus on. No, I mean, I really want to talk to y'all about this. Seriously, listen. I've got friends who spend $3,000 to $4,000 a month on advertising on Facebook and Instagram, and they make about $30,000 to $40,000 a month income. Now let's do that over the course of a year. 30K over the course of a year. 12 months is $360,000. They spend $3,000 a month on ads for 12 months. That's $36,000. Do you know how many people do not want to spend money on ads at all? At all? Oh, I'm a free 99 this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Honey, stop. You have to spend some money. Any business you're thinking of, you're gonna spend money. Right now, I went to several groups and said, hey, look, this is how we get our truckers. We spent $200 on Indeed resumes, and we can go in there and do all this work. But there's other sites, and anybody who's in trucking can tell you in the comments, you spend $500, $1,000 monthly. That's how the big boys keep getting truckers every single day. They pay, there's a lady right now who is a broker. She all she does all day is recruit. She's recruitment and retainment. Her recruitment and retainment, all we're gonna do is, hey, whatever you got some extras, we'll pay you $1,000 for it. But see, people don't want to hear that. You want a truck that makes $100K a year, but you don't want to pay $1,000 to get a good trucker that's gonna drive for 6 months. We are not the same. And this is how I know. This is why I labeled this show this way. This isn't me being a hater and, man, you know, Erica, you hating on people out here. People want to start a business. No, they don't. People want to go home every weekend with Big Booty Betty. People out here want to hang out. Okay, people out here want to chill. They want to grill out. Let me tell you, you know how many people I've talked to this past weekend that were working, business owners working. And people gonna be like, oh, I never work on the holidays or the weekends. You know, I'm gonna take this weekends off with my family. Half y'all don't even really care. But these same business owners I'm talking about right now that are working this weekend, they enjoying themselves, but they also working all November, December, and January. They're gonna be snowboarding. They're gonna be on islands. They're gonna be vacationing. And you like, man, I hate driving in the snow in Baltimore trying to go to work. Different life, different life, different life. I know multiple folks on the business side, IT, HR, communications, and they even work to the max. However, there's good paying benefits. And Jessica, that's just it. A lot of people would rather make 150K knowing they could close out the office at 5 o'clock when they really quit working at 4:20. Close the office at 5 o'clock, go home, and then do it again on Monday. They much rather do that. They much rather do that. I know it. I know too many people who that's like, woo, girl, I could never do that. Ooh, girl, you better than me. I'll be like, yeah, I am better than you, but that's another story for another day. LinkedIn is my name, Erica Williams. But I just want to show this again. Like $25,000. I want y'all to understand that most high performers are selling stuff at such high prices. And a lot of my other friends we're like, we're going to sell these courses for 150, 300, you know, to help people out. And I'm like, when people really want to do something, they'll find the money. That's just my 2 cents on that. If I had 25,000, I wouldn't spend it on a course. I'd spend it on getting leads, but that's another conversation for another day. Oh, thank you for liking my hair. This is my party hair. It's my party hair. Ponytail in the front, mullet in the backs. Listen, okay? Senior staffing, what do you call that again? Senior staffing specialist. Fancy. Listen, honey, I'm trying to poach people right now. I'm trying to poach a fund administrator right now. I'm trying to poach a office person over there. I'm trying to poach a couple different people. Junie, I mean, again, the jobs are what they are. The pay is what it is. Okay? I mean, listen, Grant Cardone's book, If You're Not First, You're Last, go read that. A lot of people who are going to go, I'm going to conserve. We're going to save money. We're going to cut our budget. We're going to hold on through this recession. You will not see them. They will disappear. They will be gone. And this is how I know most people don't want to run a business, because right now I have a friend who bought a boat. But when I started talking to him about spending money for these ads, he's like, ooh, I don't know about that. You just spent $30K on a boat. Again, people want to touch something, see something, and want it to guaranteed party. Period. I mean, even then, here's my thing. I've told people a lot of times, even in the middleman to millions course, I tell you right out of the gate, pay some money for some leads and keep it moving. Everybody wants to do the free stuff. Like, how can I do it free? If I just do it free, I can do free SEO. I can do free. Yeah, listen, all those things you can do for free, but they're going to take time. A lot of y'all ain't got no time. Y'all think y'all got time, but you don't. Okay. Now let's just do the simple math. Some of y'all watching this channel are 58 years old. In 10 years, you'll be what? 68 years old. You got 10 years for sure, but do you have the energy to do what you want to do? Right? The reason I made those videos about people and older millennials, that's right, older millennials, taking their home to spend time with their children, because guess what? They old. They too tired to get up, get them babies up, take them to a daycare, and then go to work and be useful at work and come home and do it again. No, baby, they ain't got the energy. People think they do, but they don't. They don't. I left here one day and I said, yeah, y'all, I'm gonna send these emails when I get to the Airbnb. 7:30, I sat down, woke up at 5 a.m. Straight up. So I always tell people, once I hit that house, It ain't guaranteed. It ain't guaranteed, baby. I can drink coffee at 5 o'clock and still go home at 7:30. Hey, I'm out because I do a lot in the day. I put a lot of work in the day. Okay. I make the trainer come to me at 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday, Thursdays here. I try to do a lot of the work in the daytime. I go on a sauna. I do a brain dump about 4:30. All the tasks I need my staff to do for the rest of the week. There's a different level of systems and responsibility when it comes to owning a business. So I just want you guys to understand, don't feel bad if you don't want to do that. That's all. But please be clear and understand, in this country that historically it has been brutal to people. And the people who own things are people who last. And I'm looking up and people like, yeah, I ain't getting married. I ain't buying no house. I ain't starting no business. I'm just gonna keep showing up to work. Those same people will be in their 40s and 50s and be that same dude like, man, I'm tired of going to work. I wish I'd have did A, B, and C. Your life is meant to have purpose, okay? Honey, they get what they pay for. Free 99. Google AdWords, free 99 on the internet. Free in the free 99s. Which one? 199 super chat. Which is better, one-time sales or recurring sales? It depends. Depends on what it is. Recurring sales could be, I don't know, carpet cleaning. You want them to always call you when they carpet clean? Yeah, that's better. One-time sale, depends possible. Depends on what it is. Billie Jean marketer? Yeah, he does. Listen, okay. Yesterday, nurse, $60 an hour coming for my fourplex. Coming for your fourplex? Are you buying a fourplex? What you saying, Tiffany? Please let me know. Listen, she telling the truth. Listen, y'all think I'm joking about these VAs and this staff in here. I come up with little S tests about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I start slamming them stuff in a sauna. I start sending them emails. I start finding new work for them to do about 3 o'clock. Because you owe me 2 more hours and I'm going to get my 2 more hours out of you. You ain't going to show up to work, eat lunch, be zoned out for 2 hours after eating lunch. Nah, you're going to work. You're going to work. And this is why I call Pflugerville a little chocolate city, because I see all these people coming here. They come here. They move here from Ohio and other places, and then they get lazy because they're like, oh, I can take it easy. Rent is expensive. Owning a business is expensive. I have a black chiropractor over here. I'm in 2 offices behind me. Got some black nurses coming back here. Behind me over there in the plaza. If you ever come visit, if you come for the boat party, you'll see it. They've got a credit repair building. 2 offices of credit repair behind me, making a killing off of real estate agents, making a killing off of people who are trying to buy a house while they're in Texas cleaning their credit. Anything's possible to make the figures if you want it. Yes, you can make money off YouTube. Don't say nothing crazy to me. Let's see what y'all got in here. Yeah, I'm putting people in timeout. I don't even care. I don't care who you are. Invest in self 2020, stocks, knowledge, real estate, professional. But listen, I'm not even mad that people don't want to start businesses. I'm not even mad about options trading or stock trading. You have to allocate resources. Some of y'all are in very high income, high stress jobs. And that's okay. But now you have to take the money that you make and allocate it towards something that will make you extra income. Depending on one flow is dangerous. $10K sign-on bonus and shares when you're making $90K to $100K to $75K is not worth it. Yeah. So this is what I tell people. Even now with drivers, people say, "Oh, you got a sign-on bonus? You got a sign-on bonus?" Nah. If all my trucks got empty tomorrow, I'd be on Indeed right now going, sign-on bonus $1,000 on your first paycheck, right? Because then I get all of them full, because people, they like, oh, I get an extra 1,000. They don't even think. So teach and dance. I'm going to read this because she spent $10. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'm a math educator. I had an idea to start 2 businesses, but since the quarantine, there are so many free products flooding the ED market. How to determine if there's somewhere in the market for me? First of all, you already started wrong. I ain't trying to hurt your feelings. I don't give a F if there's 27 free tax lien courses out there. People don't respect free. Point blank period. People don't respect free. They don't value free. I don't care if some parents like, I found this free workbook. Guess what? Little Billy ain't learned S still. If you are in the teaching market right now, I've said this in several videos. If you haven't come up with some kind of book, some kind of workbook and started marketing it, and from your years of experience as a math educator, you are already behind the curve. Let me explain to you why. I want to break it down a little bit better. You need to be using Pinterest and some great pictures and sending people that Pinterest traffic to your blog website where they can buy stuff. That's the shortest answer I can give you, because honestly, anything education for the fall is a win. I'm serious right now. Anything financial or educational for the fall for children, I think y'all think people gonna send these kids back to these schools. You got parents who don't even come out the house right now. So you think Jane is going to send her kid on a school bus to a public school with hundreds of children and they nasty germs? No, this is it. Listen to me. Right now, if you are an educator and you have some kind of ideal, you turn off the computer. Listen to me right now, teach and dance. Turn off the computer. I want you to go inside your office. I want you to fill out whatever the product is you're about to make. Go make it right now. Put it together. Done is better than perfect. Then I want you to, right here in your mind, flip over to where you're going to market it every day for the next 90 days. Now, let me be very careful. Any business or course or book you're going to put out, prepare yourself to market it for the next 2 years. If you already know yourself, oh man, I don't want to talk about this for 2 years. Maybe it's not for you. But I'm going to put it to you like this. If you're in education right now and you haven't already started, stop looking at what people are doing, other people are doing. You're spending too much energy looking at, oh, that's free over there. Who gives a crap? That's why I got off Instagram. My staff mostly run my Instagram. I go in there and throw stuff up there just to throw it up there. But I don't give a crap about Instagram because everybody's out there going, look what they doing. I don't give a damn what they doing. I'm going to focus on making this office make $50,000 to $100,000 every month. That's all I care about. I'm sorry. No, you're too focused on what these other people are doing. Go in your office today. When you get off this video, I want you to finish your product. Whatever it is, whatever the workbook is. There's a girl in our class. I can't remember her name. If you're in the chat, mention your name. She has 10 coloring books. 10 on Amazon right now. She ain't listening to us. She put them color books out, girl. Put every one of them meditation books out. Put every one of them coloring books out. This is what holds people back. I'm in freaking marketing groups with people making 10K a month, and they're like a dork 23-year-old. They just putting it out there. They let go of that free and that comparing crap and just put it out there. Y'all making me sweat up in here. Hey, Calvary. Listen, I wanted to go back to Canada, but y'all won't let me. Everybody wants to do free. Exactly. Listen, that sleep hit me like, yo. Good luck, Junie. Listen, that when people try to give you the spiel that, yeah, I'm a 50-year-old man and I'm girl, you know, I got you, girl. Yeah, you 50, but a 50 ain't hitting it like a 30, okay? 30 years old, we're going for hikes up hills. We going back down the hill. We walking over there. We eating dinner. We two-stepping tonight, and then we're going to go home and go sleep. That 50 might take you to dinner, but that's about it. I mean, age matters. I know people try to sit here like, you're as youthful as you feel. You're a spring chicken forever. You can have kids when you're 75. Y'all better, y'all want some better supplements than me. How about that? That's what I'll say and leave that alone. You're right. We have to see entrepreneurship as better than a good job. We're supposed to create a good job with all the fringe benefits and golden parachutes. Listen, a lot of people just want a good job. That's all. Honey, I literally every day get on my phone and I have to sometimes just block stuff. I saw a thing today about Wilmington And I was like, I'm from North Carolina, and I know the entrepreneurial. Let's be very careful. I'm gonna say this: the entrepreneurial Black people, when stuff started getting burned up, left those towns and went to D.C. and Philadelphia. 2,000 Black people left Wilmington when the Wilmington riots happened. The ground that they burned something is still empty to this day. Now, I don't think by accident that piece of land is still empty to this day. I don't think it's by accident. I think purposely, even 100+ years later, the people who own Wilmington make sure nothing gets built on that little piece of land. Just as a like just that extra. And even after they did a lawsuit and said, hey, the descendants of the people this happened to will get paid. Listen, those people left. Same thing we had Oklahoma Tulsa riots. Listen, majority of the people that were murdered and killed in the 1920s, 1 out of 3 were business owners. You know why? Because they didn't take your shit. Okay? It's not just owning it, it's defending it. And I want y'all to understand greatly, like, I could never work another job where any woman or man thinks they're going to tell me how to run my day. It disgusts me. The thought of it makes me, I'd rather go buy a piece of land and live on a tiny home trailer and just restart all my businesses from there than ever do this. And to be really honest, you get to a level financially where you can't fall back down officially broke. That's why when people said Grant Cardone was going to be bankrupt, I started laughing. I was like, honey, he done made too much. There's certain levels where you can't come back down, right? Like, I'm not even joking. If something happened, they froze all my bank accounts. You know what I do tomorrow? I'd go start another service business, call up a couple guys, get them working, getting money in my new bank account the next day. Shit, I only take Stripe or cash. There's a million ways to win in this country. And yes, traumatic things happen, but you can't let it stop you. And some people get so deep into the trauma. And this is what I'm always talking about. Y'all need therapy. There's people that just physically need therapy. I know a guy right now, he makes a lot of money and he just is a bleeding heart. He gives away all his money. He's giving it to charities. He's giving it to his family. And then when you talk to him, you're like, hey man, go take yourself on vacation. Oh, I can't afford to, man. I got no money. And I'll be like, how? Dude, you're making like almost 80K a month. He's giving it to his mom. He's giving it to his sister. He's taking care of this other family member. He's doing that. And I'm like, you need therapy, Bo. You can't save everybody. So again, you take you wherever you go. That's how I know 90% of people rather just go get a higher income earning job, because really they don't have to take themselves anywhere. They just have to show up, type on the computer, and then leave. You know what I'm saying? And also, I also know a lot of people don't want to start businesses because people live for approval. They want to be patted on the back for a good job. And when you own your own business, sometimes you got to pat yourself on the back, right? So I have pictures of myself in here in the different offices. And one of my staff members was like, that's kind of conceited. And I'm like, bitch, we wouldn't even be here if it weren't for me doing all this work. So yes, I'm on the fucking walls. Every wall if I wanted to. Get on back to work. Have a good day. Y'all have to understand, like, if you're living for approval, you probably won't want to start a business. That's all. What's the biggest obstacle? Myself and funding. I'm going to tell y'all no lie. Like, the biggest obstacle, people always say it's money, but it's really not. When people see you start pushing, like really pushing, I've had people literally call me and go, Erica, are you okay? Did you need some more money? Is everything all right up there? And I'm like, when people see you going hard for a goal, they see that and they'll look out for you. A lot of people ain't trying out here. Nobody sees you trying. You're not really trying. And so nobody's offering to help you. I'm telling you, the biggest obstacle I face is me being the bottleneck of my business, and 2, making a faster decision. The worst thing you can do is sit on something you know you need to make a decision in 24 hours, and you're like, I don't know. No, you gotta make a decision. Hey, Erica, because of you, I'm now investor. What's up? Listen, get in class, focus hard, make it make sense, make it work for you. Make it make sense for you. You can do it. Terry teaches a technical trading, but you can do it. Oh man, y'all got a lot of comments in here. I'm sorry, I'm just going. Honey, woo, listen, the number one reason, I'm being careful here, the number one reason I know some ladies who have children and they got married and it was like, and people are like, oh, nobody's marrying single moms. These single moms had no debt. They didn't have a bunch of credit cards. They had paid off little Toyota cars, paid off little Camrys, just a single mom trying to make it out here with these children. And that man came along and was like, well, damn, she ain't got no debt. She ain't got no school debt. She ain't got no car debt. She ain't got no credit card debt. She go to work. Yeah, I guess. I mean, hey, all right, pick it up, go. I'm just letting y'all know. Just let you know. What was the first business I started? One of the first, not the first. I did a blog, but then I canceled that one a long time ago. And then I started a coffee shop in North Carolina, Fayetteville, North Carolina. And then after that, I came to Texas, started blogging and YouTubing again. Then I also, after I worked at the 620 apartment complex, I started a painting company with my friend. And then I started a credit repair company with a partner with somebody, and they basically did all the credit repair. I just did the marketing here on YouTube. I've had a lot of little side businesses. It's crazy. Okay, let me read that again. I am also investing in becoming a virtual assistant real estate transaction coordinator. Okay, just lost my home, lost my at-home daycare, but I have 3 kids and still want to work from home. So for you, it sounds like you're looking to like work with somebody who's getting leads. You want to be, explain more in the comments, but I'm pretty sure I know what you're doing. There are plenty of people you can go work for and still make good money and still close transactions. Honey, sign-on bonuses, get them every time. See, that's how they get them. They go, you got all these bonuses, and listen. What do you mean? Is there any good companies? There's all kind of companies out there. Listen, teach and dance. Next time you come on this show, you better be touching us about how you got Amazon link for your book, especially math. The whole show. There's why I talk about numbers is because you have so many kids who they can't read, and because they can't read and comprehend, that's why the math and everything else starts to just hurt them. Can't do none of it. Y'all better stop messaging me. Okay. Honey, you can clean up right now. Listen, this is what's going to happen. Yes, Missouri and Illinois said that y'all kids are going back to school. But you know why I think Missouri and Illinois said that? It's because Chicago can't afford to have them kids out in the streets all winter. As far as food and then being able to eat, and no, Chicago can't afford it. Honey, Cheryl, there's so much opportunity. I don't know. And this I'm not being a smart ass. You literally today can go online and get a math workbook put together for you almost by people overseas, other companies that are already doing it for you, and then just market the book. It's too many ways to win out here. Choose one. Honey, look, there you go. Come on. She could get 1%. Listen, the educational industry, let me see. Educational industry sales. Oh, of course. That gave me some of it. Okay, here we go. U.S. education market will reach 2,000 billion by 2026. Oh my God, that's a lot of money. Anyway, literally, I even typed it in. There's literally companies they will sell your educational stuff for you. It's crazy. It's crazy. Listen, right now, since 2017, $1.3 billion. $1,350 billion as of 2017. So if someone's telling me that I don't know what to do with my teaching product stuff, you better get off my live. You better get off it. It's too much out there. Too much money. You're an operations manager, but you're nowhere making 100K. What happened? Do you want to go to another company? Do you want to be somebody else's operation manager? Depending on what operation managers you are. Woo! Well, that company sounds small. You need to make a portfolio of everything you've done while being an operations manager at the current company you're at and go to the next one. Because let me tell you right now, If your boss at your when you're going to hire at the next company and they ask you how much you make, you say 35K, they're going to give you 40 or 45 max, right? Home Depot and Lowe's used to poach managers and just give them 10K more because they know how much you make. But if you go infinite and bundling, start putting all this long portfolio of things you've done at that company, being an operations manager, then you on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn is looking for operations manager, you'll make more money, but you're going to get the raises when you move, not at the same job. Well, thank you for finding the channel this week. No, not Forever 21. Come on now. Tyler, put a super chat in here. Y'all be trying to time out. There you go. Focus on what the topic is. I specialize in middle school math and math starting styles for dyslexia. There you go. Listen, everybody says that. I'm sorry. Everybody tell me I go out there. No, you're not. 24-year-old you would still smoke you. Period. Like 24-year-old Erica could go run up a mountain, come back down, and kick my ass. When they came back down, my mother could still outrun me at 24. She was still in the military and doing marathons. So yes, can you be in your 50s and still smoke people? For sure. For sure. You can be 40 and stuff. But nah. I'm 42. When I lay down, I automatically listen. I'm telling you, man. Listen. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Listen. Come on out here. Listen. After Solid Steps to Wealth came onto my live training for the Middleman to Millions business course, me and 3 other people got on the phone afterward. We're like, we ought to start an appliance repair. We ought to start one right here in Texas. Girl, you had some ideas. He is, yes. And that is part of the reason when I call and check on him, I always feel bad for him because I feel like he is just throwing money away, for sure. Honey, poor mindset in your family. If you're looking for love and acceptance from your family, for your family to be like, you're doing so good. You're doing so good. You will literally throw away almost all your money trying to get that approval, get that feeling. That's unfortunate. There you go. Listen, and this is what people try to tell you. They'll try to tell you, oh, the summertime, you ain't gonna make no money because parents ain't got no money. But let me be very clear. People got money, just not the people you know. You did? Honey. Gio, I cannot. Rex, first thing you need to do is get stabilized. If you just started driving trucks, your biggest thing you need to do is just save your money. Put your money in the savings account, have a real bank account, get some CDs, just stack it up. If you're a truck driver, you need to have $25,000 saved before you even think about buying a truck. And I'm being real honest. People are like, Erica, that's such a high number. No, it ain't. 1 or 2 engine blowout on your truck. Now you got 10K you throwing out of pocket. You need to save your money. That's the first thing you should do. Well, thank you, Rick Carter. I'm just trying to out here help people and wake them up to the realization that they can just do about just about anything. Just about anything. And that's what I learned when I was 14 from my cousin. You put your mind to it, you can do it. Hey, where are you located at? I don't know how to say your name. Where are you located at that's wanting to do transactions for real estate? Where are you at? I might know a person that can hire you ASAP. So respond. Where are you at? It's not even about doing a math YouTube channel. There are companies that are marketing people for you. She literally can just go and run Google ads. She literally can just run ads on Amazon. Any of these places, she don't even got to put her face out there. That's how heavy the teaching industry is. Now, would it be better if she had like a face to it? Like, hey, I'm out here trying to help people do this or whatever. Yeah. But there's a million ways to do this where you don't even show your face. There's 2 men that work with Max Maxwell. You never see their face. They're making just as much money as he is because they're all co-owners in the business. You ain't never seen their face. Exactly. Chicago would be broke if they let them kids go home. Nope, it really wasn't, Tracy. It really wasn't. Because see, what happens is you got a lot of people out here, they doing hustle work. Sometimes they got a job, sometimes they don't got a job. And so they're willing to sacrifice a little bit to get that consistent money in their pocket. Always. Very, very much so. Udemy. But inside the course, I talk about how ways to get employees. Udemy, Thinkific, Teachable, Kajabi. Yep, all of them. What do I think about Houston? Thinking of moving back to Texas, but I don't want to go back to Dallas. What was wrong with Dallas? Houston got all kind of places that are nice. All of them. Thank you so much. Lots of young families around here. Nobody missed a beat with the kids home due to Rona. Why wives can stay home because they got income. Tell them again, T. Davis. Hey, tell them again. These women staying home. They staying home. Listen, there are so many men right now thinking, oh man, I can't wait for these kids to go back so you can go to work. Your wife ain't going back. She not going back. Your baby mama that you live with, she not going back. Your cohabitating co-parent, they're not going back. They're not going back. I'm so sorry you thought they were going back to work. This Rona about to teach a lot of y'all. Y'all about to be exposed to what you really see. I have a friend right now who's going to get married in Hawaii, and they're going to be on 14 days quarantine. And everybody's like, I can't believe he's doing this. Why is he just met this girl off the internet like 3 months ago? And I go, you guys, he works from home all day in tech by himself and his dog in an apartment every day, all day. This nice, lovely woman who's moving from Atlanta to Austin is going to marry him. He don't care. He don't care. Y'all, the Rona's gonna show you that some people they got a lot of this. It's lies. I got a girl right now who's a foster parent and she's finishing adoption of 2 boys. And everybody's like, she's so pretty. Why she ain't getting a husband? Why she ain't focusing on that? People have natural life cycles. I guess she just figured she ain't find one now. She might as well get these kids. These men marrying single moms. Sorry, it's so funny to me. Glendon says I need to stop laughing, but it's funny. Thank you. The beauty business is $1 billion industry. Nobody can do new businesses every day. Every day. Yes, I still invest in it. I just keep the same money that's in there now. Yeah. Some states have changed though the rules on it. So double check. Some are opening back up. Some are closing. Double check on it. Still do it. The same things I did before. I'm doing now. I'm gonna do a mastermind. I'm gonna do a mind map. Is what I'm gonna do. Video. I probably will pre-record it. Let me write that down because I don't want to be lying. Spouse should repair all appliances. I let him know to focus on high end, and he is small, charges a lot, and people love the service. People pay for special treatment even during Rona. 95% referrals. Listen, what you'll learn is if you start a service business and you are just a nice, friendly person, people just like working with you. It could be, hey, my clog is, my drain is clogged. Can you come do this? Oh, my leaves are hot. Can you come rake them? They'll call you for all kind of stuff. Welcome. Well, thank you, Sandy. Welcome to the channel. What do you need to do? Well, you have to determine your number. If this is your first time on the channel, and people who've watched this channel, you have to determine the number you need to go home, or what does life look like at a certain number. And for me, I could survive at like 300 to 600 a day sales. I could survive that. What would I love? $1,000 or $3,000 a day in sales. That's what I would love. So you have to determine what's the number for you that you can survive and thrive. You have to figure out what that number is. If that 10K a month, I have basically no bills. My car's paid off. Everything's paid off. The only thing I have is the staff. So everybody on staff has to make the business money in order for the business to stay open. You dig what I'm saying? So same thing. These drivers, they have to drive weekly and make the truck produce $5 to $7 to $8 grand a week. If not, they don't make sense. So you have to just figure out what's your number you need to be home, or what's the ideal number you have for your life, and then work it down from there. That's basically what you gotta do. Almost didn't recognize you with that hair. Why? My hair's just pulled up. That's all. Part of it is party in the front, mullet in the back, long hair in the back. That's all. Party hair. That's what I call it. Calgary, Canada. Well, I mean, I know a couple people in Texas you could work for if you want to do everything from the phone. Send an email to staff. Yeah. I don't even know if this will work because lately it hasn't been letting me post it. Send it to staff@classyclimbtx.com. And say, hey, Erica told me in the video, and say what you do. You do real estate transactions via the phone or something, so that he'll know to forward it to me. The people who are buying have more money than ever. They could spend when Rona locked down everything, and studies have shown that savings nationally at our all-time high. That's right, because they home now. They ain't got no excuse to be going out. Texas has the workforce and the clients to expand the vision. Thank you, Erica, for sure. You can make a lot of money in Florida because you know people can't fix stuff. Ever since I started listening to you, these California women looking more and more suspect. Why? What happened, Uriah? What happened? Target parents interested in homeschooling their children. Facts, Ebony Eyes. People got money, honey. People got all kind of money. Okay, this is a popular question. I'm not going to harass her to super chat, but I'll answer it. Hi, Erica. Would you go all in with your business and leave your good job, or would you build your business on the side? Angela, I'm going to tell you right now, if you cannot build your business on the side, you have to build your business till it interrupts your job. I did not leave apartment management until the fact that I had to take a payment for a $4,000 fence job over the phone while at my apartment management job. And that moment, that day, I knew it was time to go. I couldn't do both. I mean, I literally had made, at one point I thought, I was like, oh man, I should totally stay here. And I had made $3,000 off YouTube course sales and consulting, and we had made $4,000 on a fence that same day. I was like, I'm out. You have to stay at your job, because here's what happens. If you leave your job too soon, you'll force your business to take care of you. If your business is just starting, it can't take care of you. So what I strongly implore people, if you're going to start a business, now, same thing, if you're in the Middleman to Millions course and you say, Eric, I'm going to start this side service business, you ain't even got to be home. You don't got to leave your job yet. Just start sending your contractors out. Finish the work that you got right now. Build it up until you can get a 10K month, a 12K month, and then throw more advertising out there. Don't get ahead of yourself. Definitely, Angela, everything you need for that business, you need to take 2 hours every afternoon. And I could say 5 hours, but I know people ain't gonna do that. 2 hours every afternoon when you come home from work, hammer it out, write your task out in Asana. If you feel that that's too exhausting, you need to hire a VA. Somebody you can pay $100 a week to email people and get the ads running and get things rolling up. Don't leave your job. I'll never tell people to leave their job, because you got to have enough discipline to do it before that. Luxury must taste it, become a necessity. Yep. They're not going back to work. They're not. They really aren't. Thank you for showing me a different representation of Black women. For me, you are someone I look up to, inspiring, motivating, and still listening. Well, thank you. Simply Sam Ross. I'm just out here trying to live the dream. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Okay, it jumped. Hold on. I stacked more money during Rona than I did prior. It brought the best out of me, showed me all the grinding I've been doing while people were laughing, telling me I work too much, looking stupid now. Honey, there's a lot of people who, let me tell you, is starting a lifestyle femininity YouTube channel profitable ATM? All right, let's be very clear. When people, the reason women have a tendency to start lifestyle, and this is part of the description in the channel, so I'm gonna address it, the video I did. The reason a lot of people want to start these lifestyle femininity channels on YouTube is because people are thirsty, and I mean men and women, for something that's happy and healthy. Now let's just dissect that. When I go on YouTube and I just want to look at something like goof off, I don't want to watch pets and animals. I sometimes just watch healthy family channels where the kids are running around playing in the yard, or I watch a homesteading channel where they're pushing chickens around. And this is something people kind of veg out on. These happy other people's lives, just watching other people's lives. What you have to realize is, why do you want to start a femininity channel? Do you want to talk to women? Do you really want to talk to women? Do you really want to say, hey, just wear a dress and let's do this different clothes and it'll be all great? Or do you really want to be honest and say, hey, sis, you got to lose weight. You got to dress different. You got to get the hell out your house because ain't nobody coming to knock on your door. See, there's a different conversation here. Lifestyle channels to me give off the air of people want, look at my life. Look at it. Look how wonderful my life is, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of girls making money off of lifestyle channels, but you need to be careful. I'm gonna say this, but you need to focus on Pinterest. If you want to do a lifestyle channel, lifestyle kind of blog thing, lifestyle, you need to be having photos of said life that you can put on Pinterest, and the people click that link and it goes to your blog, or it goes to the item you're referencing to an affiliate marketing link, and they buy those things. See, people don't really watch those channels for what you think, like the knowledge you have to give them. They're watching it because they look how you dress, they look how you talk, they look how your house looks. I know a girl right now, she sells cookbooks all the time. Why? Cookbooks are like the number one selling books in the country, because people don't know how to cook. Because 77% of people's mamas is at work, so then their mom come home and put together food that isn't pretty looking. And so they grow up with this thought of food not being great. So that's why all these people are making money off cookbooks. So again, if people have serious questions, throw them in the chat with the super chat, so we don't derail the whole conversation for certain people's comments. That's all. Send email here to the girl that's in Calvary. Send it to my staff. Thank you. There you go. Been the bartender. Come in there, put your polo shirt on, fix their couch, put their furniture together. They don't want to put that IKEA stuff together. This is true. This is true. I mean, you can win at 48 just like you can win at 24. It's just going to look different. That's what people have to understand. It's going to look different. It's not going to look like, I know a guy right now who, he was in love with this particular woman in college. Whatever reason, it didn't happen. Every girl he's ever dated looks just like old girl from college. Brown hair, blue eyes or brown eyes, over and over and over and over and over again. He's 50. He's still dating 28-year-olds looking for that one woman. And now guess what? He found a 35-year-old. Closer in his age, looks just like the same, just older, brown hair, brown eyes. People get stuck in a phase. And be careful, I'm gonna say this. People get stuck somewhere. And it happens all the time. It's not unnatural. It's a normal thing that happens in our society. They were so happy in their 20s. They were so happy in their 30s. So they dress exactly the same. You ever seen a woman have a baby and she out there in booty shorts and you're like, oh, honey, no. Put that away. You don't, them is not for you no more. Or someone has a baby and they try to get back in their old clothes. Let them go, girl. That's done. Right? Or you ever see a man with 36-inch size pants and his Dunlap belly's over the pants? Sir, you've moved up to the next pant size. But see, they were happy there. They were happy. So they stay there regardless that time and life and the mirror is telling them it's time to go forward. They stay there. They stay there. And it's unfortunate, but it happens. And so I don't want you to wake up one day and be 55 and say your back hurt and you don't want to drive in traffic to work and you want to start a business. See, what was you doing? See, you got to realize if you're going to do this, you're going to have to do 100% push. You're going to have to come home from work or give a solid 2 hours to whatever business idea you have every single day without quit, period. Without fail. You got to do it. You got to do it. Tiffany, if that's your goal, the next person, I keep telling people, you're going to have to hire a personal trainer. You have to go to the gym 6 times a week. You can't gradually go into, you have to completely 180 and turn, right? That's why you see these people, these channels where they lost 100 pounds in 6 months and all this crazy stuff, because they completely changed. Like, you're not going to be able to stay the same person and start a business. You're not going to be the same as that person and do new things. You will change. People around you will change as well. Okay? Let's see what this says. Thank you for $10 super chat, Deluxe Coco Diamond. I have been watching your channel for the last 2 months and I appreciate the honest conversation. I try to give it to you straight, no chaser, no bull, straight out here, because I want to be honest with you. I could make a lot of money lying. I can make a lot of money riding in rented cars and going on planes and stunting for the gram and promoting people's courses that suck. But I don't do that because I know some of y'all are looking for real answers and real retirement and real ways to get out of the rat race. Divorced, retired early, part-time business, have decided not to remarry. Okay. About to adopt and be a stay-at-home mom. Listen, AR, as long as the numbers work for you and you can give a child a good home, what can I say to you? There's nothing no one can say to you or disrespect you. Kids always need two parents, but if you can provide, one parent's better than no parent. Let's be really honest. Some of these kids in foster care would love to not be beaten or mistreated. So yes. Jim, if you want to send stuff to the office PO box, I'm putting the PO box in there. Well, you just put Erica. They should still accept it. PO box. What? There you go. It's in the chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Listen, I appreciate these lives. I appreciate 461 people being here. I hope all of you hit the like button after this renders. At the end of the day, when I go take my break, I will appreciate all y'all who came for these. I really do. Thank you for all the super chats. Let's see. That's right. Patience is a virtue. I'm through a program. I got my VAs. Yes, I do. Thank you, Vic. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Stuck in a season of life. Yeah, that does happen. Honey, you think this is a joke. This is a lot of people. This is a lot of people. There are people right now on the internet going, I'm just going to focus and work and stack my cash. And then when I'm 50, I'm going to turn around. I'm going to go get a younger wife and have kids and do all this stuff. And I'm like, you're going to be 50. I have 2 friends who got married, and within them getting married, within 1 year, one girl father died. The other friend, within 6 months, her dad died. They were 50 when they had them, and the girls were 23 when they got married. If you think you're going to play this game, that you're going to be in your life, yes, you can financially give some kids some good life. And I've had friends whose father died that was like 20 years older than their mama, and they have nothing but great memories. But I've actually seen photos of these girls when they were babies, and their daddy looked old then. He looked 50 then. I want my children to remember as vibrant, energy, focus, life, running businesses, active. So if you're going to do what you're going to do, you better get done. You better get to it. Because you can't sit here and wait till you're 70 and be like, yeah, I'm going to settle down now. Get these young girls. Okay, Sugar Avery, or whatever that dude's name is on that movie. That's ridiculous. Listen, you can. I mean, y'all can do just about anything y'all want when you're 62. You can do whatever you want. But I just want you to know you're not going to be 62 with that same 35-year-old energy. Or 32. No. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Honey, sweatshirt, sweatpants. You know, what you wearing? Put some regular pants on. I can't understand it. No. Stop. Not the. I see rims on trucks and I think they're going to a car show. But some people still doing it out here. You know what? Ben the bartender, I watched this girl's channel, and I'm not beating up her mother. But when you watch her mother, the way she cooks for all the children, no wonder they all fat as hell. Shit, the daughter just went keto, still ate the mom's cooking, but just ate just the meat, just everything else she just could. This mom was cooking terrible. This is why kids are learning how to cook off YouTube. These people, parents are cooking horrible. And so in 4 months, the girl would go to the gym for an hour and 30 minutes every day, then go sit in the sauna for 20 minutes, then eat food outside of the house, then come home. She lost 100 pounds in almost 4 months. Well, 5 months. It's the food, been the bartender. It's the combination of the food and how much they're moving. If you put a Fitbit on, Fitbit will look. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. When your Fitbit starts take your ass to walk, you need to walk. That's just all there is to it. People don't want to talk about that, but that's the truth. Let me see if I can go down here. Okay. Again, if you want to send stuff to the office, that's the best place to send it. Thank you, Invest Doc, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. That's the best place to send stuff to the office. Woo! Do you mean Pisces? Yeah, Pisces, are we the best? What are you talking about? Listen, people say that entrepreneurship isn't for everyone, but I think it is for more people than not. It opens up your eyes to a whole new level of existence if done well. Gio, if I could say what I really feel, I might get put off YouTube. But I have a feeling that like the more, and this is because I'm middle class. I've always been middle class, upper middle class. I know you're like, but your mom was in the military. Yeah, but we lived in a neighborhood on the lake. Like all the people around us were like, how is she affording to be over here? What's going on? Because she saved her money. And went to private school, learned how to golf and play tennis at private school. Let me just tell you, most of those people you meet who have businesses, they're dummies. Like, I'm so serious. And I know this is horrible, but if I can say what I really want to say, most of the people you see running some of these AC companies, these construction companies, they ain't the brightest bulb. Their wife helped them run it. The managers they hire underneath them help run it. People like working for other people. So I've met people who aren't even that great start a business, and people just like working for other people. They don't want to start their own thing. They just want to work under somebody and get a guaranteed paycheck every Friday. That they make a lot of money. I've seen it. I mean, I have a friend right now who father lost his job and he was doing stock trading, just making simple trades here and there. And people be like, oh, this stock trading is all popular because of young people. No, there's older people doing it too. Trust me. Once you have a certain set of skills, you can go in and out of different things you want to. Different careers. But yeah, I could yell from the rooftops all day that a lot of people, more people could start businesses. But people, if somebody's been going to a job for 20 years, something traumatic has to push them to go, I want to do something different. People, the pain of change. Super chat, and I'll talk about it. Put a super chat on me. You want me to do a whole 20-minute conversation about 10K? Yeah, I got to put some money on that. Your channel and Kevin said, step up in social life. Well, congratulations. Listen, the number one thing I would tell people, if you're like, hey, Eric, I'm new to a city, I'd say go join the Urban League, go join the women's groups, go join United Way, volunteer, because who has time to volunteer? Stay-at-home wives and men with money and companies who make a lot of money try to make their employees give back. I've been at one thing in United Way in North Carolina where all 4 men in there were vice presidents of banks. And they were bringing their children out to do their good deed. And they were at this small, quiet location, just in there chatting it up. And they're like, if you ever need a job, come over here to my bank. Come on over here. Give it to you right away. Y'all just got to understand that most of the way I met the judge and the way I met the engineer is through Urban League events and referrals from friends. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Yo, 50-year-olds got to talk THR, HGH, etc., the whole chemical cycle. Guys don't want to talk about it, but it's the truth. Listen, I'm not pointing that out, but you can see it. There's a guy who's a speaker at these events, and he looks like, you see how Grant Cardone looks? He's 62, but it's naturally like he's using some hormone stuff. You can tell, you can see his body starting his hormone stuff. But there's a guy, and I'm not gonna point him out, but if y'all look at any of my posts, you know who I'm talking about. He's on that stuff hard. He looked like Rambo. He looked like, but his face and his neck are so old that you're like, dude, what are you taking? You don't look well. Like, you don't look like Grant Cardone looks naturally muscled. He's not white, he's Greek. So it's like naturally aging well. It's just different. Today I watched a couple who lost. Is it a white couple? And the man's real tall and skinny. I think I know which couple you're talking about. Yes, they're super nice, but they are all the way in. Like, they cook their meals together. They pre-sorted stuff. Yeah, you got to be serious. We the best. We the best. Okay, let me see what y'all got in here. Going down, let me see what y'all got. 100%. I used to talk to these people every day, and when I was at the payment processing company, some of the dumbest people, they're not the smartest because they don't have to be. They don't have to be. What y'all have to understand is you can specialize in one thing. There's a guy, I can't remember if he does ACs. I think it's AC repair. And he just didn't like the way his boss did something and started his own company and then just hired all these guys to work underneath him. Guys with 30 years experience working for some 28-year-old because he just believed he could. And he paid to get leads. See, people don't want to really talk about it. They don't really want to talk about it. It takes courage to step out here and be like, I'm going to take the hits and I'm going to run a business. Because at the end of the year, the win is there, right? People don't want to talk about this no more. That's why you're going to see all these baby boomers selling their companies. And it's going to be the young go-getter guys you see out here, Ty Lopez's, taking their money and buying a company that already has systems in place, already has staff in place, everything's already running. You're just taking it over. Right now, when people come see the Texas Ground Zero project, they're going to be so shocked. They're like, you took over from these guys? Yes, because when it comes to money, color don't matter. If the most crazy redneck, when you come and give them some money, okay, cool. Because it's just different. So there we go. All right, $20 super chat, VV Jews. Let's go back up and see what you were talking about. VV Jews said, Erica, what is a good business to start right now with 10K or less? Now, this is a very generic question. I don't know you personally. Usually if I do a consult, we ask about 20 different questions. But since we ain't on one, this is just $20 chat. If you had 10K right now, you could start a service business. You could start a roofing company. You could start a painting company. You could start any kind of handyman service company. You could start a carpet cleaning company. If you had 10K, you can go get leads on the internet. For 10K, you can go literally start a Shopify store and run some ads tomorrow. For 10K, you could literally start a t-shirt printing business. You could start with 10K. You probably could go get a truck. You got good credit, three grand down for the truck. Go get your insurance for about 4 or 5 grand down. Get your paperwork and whatever the paperwork you're gonna need as far as your registration and your tags, and get it on the road for 10K. For 10K, you could go buy a rental. For 10K, you could go put it in the stock market. Get work with Terry's class. For 10K, you could go do affiliate marketing right now. Start a blog where you throw a lot of traffic to it, where you have all these affiliate marketing links that you write in a blog. For 10K, you can do a lot. What else do you want to do with your 10K? Give me some more information. 10K, you can start a food truck right now. 10K, you can start a food delivery service. Right now, you could literally go, like the girl that I get my food from, the chef, go to a commercial kitchen, have a menu set up, take a bunch of pictures, get a little Instagrammer to put up Instagram photos up, get listed in the directories, start running ads, sell stuff, all that good stuff. You tell me what you want to do with your 10K. What you trying to do with your 10K? Honey, listen, I'm telling y'all that, but y'all don't know. God is Noel, they not. I got a 23-year-old girl in here. She's like, my boyfriend's really older. And I'm like, oh my God, how old is he? He's 28. I'm like, so he's 5 years older than you? Honey, when you're 20 to 25, anybody over 30 seems old. Let's be very clear. That's why when people try to act like, oh, da, 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 no, it's money. There's a guy right now on Instagram. I could point him out. And I thought this girl was young. She was 30. He was like, oh yeah, it's hard to get them under 30. I said, I know they are because you fat. You 300 pounds on a boat. What you think they on the boat for? Come on now. Come on now. They not checking like that. Nah. Not without some money and some swag and some style. Honey, no. Not with her not having no problems. Nah. Hypochondriac. Listen, I know some hypochondriac women. Woo. I can only deal with them in short doses. Short doses at all times. But I understand. Listen, honey. Yes, Grant Cardone is Greek. Everybody acts like he's a white guy who, wow, he looks. No, he's Greek. And if you go see his pictures, he was real dark tan back in the day. And his sisters are still very dark tan because people thought they were Cajun. No, they're Greek. So he's aging very well. Listen, Jeff Bezos and Dr. Dre on that hormones. Real bad. Dr. Dre more than Jeff Bezos. Rhonda gave a $10 super chat. I have an organic gardening Facebook group with 8,000 followers. How do I make cash with it? I would put out a book. I put out an ebook. I put out a course. I put out t-shirts. You have to really write a list of some of the things your people need. What are some things your organic group needs? Right? So there's a million ways to monetize. You know, I would even right now, if you got 8,600 followers, I would go find 100 affiliate links in gardening, and I would start putting them in there. Like, hey, you guys, I'm really using this product. It's really helping my tomatoes grow. Boom. Woo, honey. She's telling it there. She's telling it. You gotta they gotta get a lot of fruits and vegetables, you know? Thank you, Jay Hill, for the 150 super sticker. Thank you for $2 on the super chat. Thank you, DJ Cadillac. Well, thank you, Matthew, so much. I really appreciate that. Exactly. A lot of baby boomers selling the business because their kids don't want it. And then they know if they give it to their kids will destroy it and ruin the people's lives there. Nobody wants that. Robin, consultations are $500 for 30 minutes and $1,000 for an hour because I'm too busy, honestly. Money overrides it all day, baby. All day. My dad was 28 years older than my mom. Ironically, they passed away within a year of each other. Dang. Woo. Hey. Here you go. Home inspection business is also a good idea. That's true. It's not swaggy, man. Not swaggy. Don't do it to us. Don't do it to us. There we go. I'm in stock market and I do music. I want to do something close to what I'm already doing, or where can I put in place can keep it going. If you're already, do you want to buy music royalty? Do you want to buy put more in the stock market? What do you want to do? Congratulations, Caleb. There got a lot in here. I'm having trouble getting traffic to my blog. I want to make money off it. I already have affiliate linking. How can I make more money? Roses and loud music. You need to be on Pinterest. If you're not on Pinterest, what are you doing? That's the only way your blog's going to get really a bunch of organic traffic. Exactly. Been the bartender, tools, seeds, pots, natural pesticides, gardening course. Listen, there's a lot of money to be made off that. I play Fox News to my plants that BS helps them grow. Stop it. But anyway, that's all I have for y'all today. I really wasn't trying to be on here forever, ever. I just want y'all to understand that a lot of people won't start businesses, and that's okay because we start them for different reasons. If you're on Pinterest, then you need, I'm gonna tell you like this, you need to go buy someone's course who is Pinterest techniques. Just because we're on there doesn't mean we're doing it right or doing it the best way possible, or our pictures are the best or whatever. Because people who are on Pinterest sell out. They sell out, and people go to their blogs often. Also, you have to check on your SEO. Check out Kamoy. Kamoy has a whole SEO business. Does well. It actually helps me. I'm telling you. A lot of people just don't understand. There's a lot of money being made off of just about anywhere. Yo, Hatchet winning out there. He on boats, living the dream. I respect it, baby. Respect it. I don't have CBD in this video. This is a straight misting of my face. Just missed it. You know, I was out there walking in that heat and, you know, had my party hair up. But I do have CBD oil products though. Oh, dang. See, I was getting out of here, but y'all done hit it with again. Let's see what you got to say. Coach Allen's Corner. Any advice for writers? I fix resumes and do guest blogs on the side, but I need bigger ticket items. Need something to construct as I build my YouTube business. So Coach Allen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I know a person right now who makes $1 million a year, and I can't give it the whole business away, but they use Groupon and Living Social to post resume skills, like discount on resume skills, right? So instead of, you know, the resume being $150, they go, hey, the resume was $300 services. We're going to put your resume together and put it on LinkedIn and do all this stuff. But we're going to get 50% off and you're going to pay us $150. And they do this at scale on Groupon and Living Social. They do $1 million a year. So they also have stuff that's $500, $600. What a lot of people need when it comes to their resume is someone to help them get it on that LinkedIn. Okay. Once you get it on that LinkedIn, recruiters are going to find them. As long as you're hitting their keywords. Listen, Coach Allen's Corner, you need to connect with SNS Consulting or Mentor Shelley. They're both people that are all over this channel talking all the time. Listen, there's a lot of money made in resumes right now. A lot. Anytime you want a bigger ticket item, you're either going to go one or two ways. You're going to sell a course on your business, how you do your business, because people are always looking for ways to do what you do. And that ticket item needs to be like $497. Or you need a like one-on-one big coaching ticket that's like $1,000 and like, hey, I'm going to guarantee, or I'm not going to guarantee, let me fix that word. I'm going to help you get a six-figure business. A six-figure job. So then if you know, okay, they don't pay $1,000 because they're trying to get a six-figure job, you need to make the rules and the definitions of people who buy that course or buy that one-on-one consulting very detailed. Very detailed. Like, hey, you have to be in these categories for this to apply. Does that make sense? So there's a lot of different little, different things you can do, but the biggest thing for writers is writing for other people, writing for other companies, or making your ticket, putting your item where more people can purchase it. Where can more people purchase it? Depending on how you dress it up. That Groupon thing is like a money maker, especially right now. Or if you want to ghostwrite people's books, like I had a guy quote me $30,000 to ghostwrite one of my books. And I would still be willing to pay it because it's such a headache. And then you go out and promote your book for 2-3 years. And all you're going to hear is people talk about, well, it had messed up words. It had messed up this or that. But if you have somebody who can say, hey, I'll ghostwrite your book if you have the outline ready for me for $10K or $12K, and I'm going to do it in this time frame, you are going to beat some of those other ghostwriters out there. Just going to let you know that. Just going to tell you right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the $49 super chat. Thank you guys for hitting that Cash App. Y'all all are just wonderful people. Yep, Instagram, go here. Digital products are perfect for Groupon. That's right. Listen, folks, especially February 2021, everybody and their mom gonna make sure their LinkedIn is fixed. Just gonna let you know that. What link to Kumo? What link? Which link? Which link? Happy Born Day, Mac Dre, VV Town. Listen, right now, Coach Allen's Corner. People are commenting on you in the chat. How can they get with you? How can they get you to fix their resume? Right now in the chat, sir. There's money right here in the Chizzy chat. There's money everywhere. Money's all around us. Money is just looking for a good home to be at. Okay? It's just looking for somebody to hug it. Kamoy. Okay, I was like, what is come on? What is this? Kamoy's writing service. I was like, what does that mean? Do I have a link for Kamoy? Anybody have a link for Kamoy right now here? Help us out. Listen, I'm telling y'all, there's money all around. All around. There's no limit to the amount of money you can make out here. Okay. Uh-oh, you missed everything. You missed everything. You should do your security company. It's a good time to make money. I don't even know what's happening, but he said RIP somebody. There you go. Listen, Alan said hit him up, y'all. Hit him up at that email. I'm going to even write that email down. You never know. We might need to bring you on the show. I've got a couple other people lined up to go on the show here soon, though. But if you're in educational stuff, ain't no reason y'all can't win right now. Anytime, anytime. Thank you, Ben the Bartender. Y'all can also hit up techwriterteachable.com. That's Kamoy's class, but she also has Kamoy's doing big stuff, y'all. She got a service business. She got other businesses. She living an international woman of mystery lifestyle. But I've actually got to go, y'all. I got to get on out of here. Honey Money's looking for a good home. Money just wants somebody to hug on it and love on it. Let that person be you, okay? All right, you guys. This is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. You guys are up. We got one more. Drop shipping. We're gonna finish this one out. It's the last one. Drop shipping. I've been researching lately. Drop shipping right now is a little tough. If you can find vendors in America, no problem. But if you got to get a vendor from China, it's going to be a hassle because what are they doing? They are making sure that products that they sell and drop ship can come faster. They have warehouses for Alibaba in Texas. So people are now trained from Amazon to get a product in 2 days. Why would they buy something from you that's going to take longer? Right? So, or if you're drop shipping, what are you drop shipping? At the end of the day, if you're researching drop shipping right now, you need to be researching vendors in the United States. That's what you need to be researching. Point blank here, manufacturers, distributors in the United States. Right now, I was looking to do a coffee and tea company. There is a coffee tea distributor right here in Austin, Texas. I can drive down the street. The orders come in, they bag it up, they send it out. I ain't got to do a thing. But if you got somebody sending something from China because you're trying to sell cheap crap, let me be very clear. No one wants any more cheap crap. They want select things. They want cool things. They want things that they can't get everywhere else. They want whatever. Or t-shirts, t-shirt companies. You can get on the phone with people and they have a t-shirt company and they'll ship it and print it for you. They want those things. They don't want printable. Printable still works. It's still good. But if you can get like this t-shirt I have right now, it's about missing Native women, missing and murdered Native women. I bought it because they only make 200 shirts at a time. They do batches of 200 and the money goes to charity. So what did I do? Bought the shirt, select shirt, only 200 made, boom, done. So you gotta have, when people talk about drop shipping, I go, wow, why would I want cheap stuff that's gonna take 2 weeks to get here? Think for yourself. We're not gonna address this here. If you wanna talk about property preservation, go ahead and join Rise of the 20%. We had a whole class on it. Later, Gators, I'm out. Thank everybody for what you need to do. I'm gonna go live my Sunday, I think. Later, gators.